Let me share something with y'all about that post. A lot of y'all, man, gotta have conviction on the things you believe in and not waver. I had a crazy, deep conversation yesterday, and it was meaningful because it was a dude. He pulled up, and he was like, "Man, I love your truck." You know, always how the conversation start. I tell him thank you, and then we start talking, and then he had an EV bike. So I'm like, "Man, I fuck with your bike, man. Your bike fire. I like that, man." I'm like, "I got a Tesla, so I'm all about the EV wave." He like, "Where?" He like, "Bro, I got a Tesla too, bro. Elon's the GOAT." I'm like, "Yeah, Elon in tune. He in tune." And then so we start talking, and then and as we talking, I'm trying not to get lost. I'm in the hills. Oh yeah, so out of nowhere I was like, do you know one thing Steve Jobs and Elon and a lot of the greats got in common? And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Their conviction of their mission statement of the plan." And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What do you mean by that?" I was like, "Well, it's the willingness to keep it raw, and like when you raw and you got a vision and you don't let nobody deter you from that vision, that's when you probably on the lines of like something great or bigger than you." And he was like, "Damn, I never thought about it like that." I'm like, "Yeah, Steve Jobs, like just imagine, like at one point, they stole his idea, they fired him, and then he still came back, and this phone that we use every day is the reason why his conviction is the reason why we have an Apple iPhone." It's the same thing with Elon. Like if you go back and do your research, like when he first started building Tesla, the Teslas was like, there's nowhere near what this vehicle is today. But he had the conviction to know like electric was going to change the world. And he did that. So now everybody else has to follow his blueprint and chase. And it's kind of crazy too, because it was electric cars before Elon. Like, I was watching, I watch a lot of like rebuild car shows. And like in the 1920s, I want to believe, they had an electric car, but it didn't really do well. You know what I'm saying? So they scrapped it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like Elon had the conviction to know, like, I'm gonna perfect this. I'm gonna master this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, what I'm trying to get at is a lot of us, when we don't see instant success, we deviate from the plan or we deviate from the vision. And therefore, that's why it never manifests. And so, that's what I feel like, that was the conversation yesterday. And I feel like that's the world right now. Like, the world is being tested, like, on every level, like, on your conviction, on whatever you believe in. And a lot of us, man, we got to stand 10 toes down. That's just like when Nip was saying, like, I can't lie and act like this shit was easy the whole way through. Only thing he didn't do, like he said, is didn't quit. And I felt that, because this is how this shit go. Like when you really in tune and you really trying to do something that's not like normal, it's kind of abnormal. You gotta go through it. It's like, that's what makes it great when it pop. You know what I'm saying? And I want to share that with y'all, because a lot of people be hitting me up like, bro, how you do this? This building a brand shit ain't easy. Whoopty whoop, man, you've been doing this shit for so long. I got so much respect for you now. And it's kind of like, bro, it's not supposed to be easy. Only thing I'm doing is just learning and making less mistakes and growing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just love, man. And it's kind of crazy, because after that whole conversation, the dude, he was in tune. He was like, "Man, I want to send you a video. Send me this video." I only watched so far, like probably like 15 minutes. That shit like an hour and 40 minutes. But it's kind of equivalent like to The Secret. If you know what The Secret is about, The Secret is about like manifesting, like positive thoughts. Like, is this kind of just like, I don't know how to explain it, but just Google The Secret and then it'll come up, and then you can watch that. And then you'll kind of get like, is this about just staying positive, man? Higher. Just understand, in the world we live in, it's going to be good shit and bad shit happen every day. And we can't control a lot of this shit. Like, But one thing we can control is how you move and the things you believe in and how you react. And, you know, that's what this shit is about. Like, that's what I'm trying to, like, you know, let y'all know. Like, just stay 10 toes down on whatever you believe in. Don't start wavering, because that's when shit fuck up, man. When you start doing shit that you know deep down in your soul, it was kind of like, nah, why the fuck I do that? Now you always gonna be moving, questioning yourself, like, why I do that? When you could have just stayed 10 toes down, stayed firm on the plan, and shit, it might not went how you wanted to go in the beginning, but when it start going that way, you're gonna feel gratitude. You're gonna be like, damn, I knew it. And everybody around you that couldn't see it, they gonna be fucked up. They gonna be like, damn, this nigga really made it pop off. Like, that shit. I've seen that happen so many times, like, niggas that couldn't see it, and then once I popped it off, it's like, it's love though, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if I didn't have my conviction and didn't have my belief on the vision, I would never got to see their faces like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the Steve Jobs, that's the Teslas, that's the Kobes, you know what I'm saying? That's the Jordans. That's just, you know what I'm saying? Those are all people that was disciplined enough to know, like, I want to be great, and this is what it's gonna take to be great, and I'm willing to go all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to go all the way through it. You know what I'm saying? Through the trials and tribulations of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's what this shit is about. Jewel he gave me though to round this shit off, and he was like, bro, he texted me, we ended up exchanging numbers. He was like, bro, you light. Like, just know you light. He's like, man, I listened to your tape, man. I went to your music, man. Went to your stuff, man. Just know, like, you pushing light. And I feel like in the times we living in a world that's like full of darkness, you want to be the light, man. Trust me, you want to be the light. Think about it. It's dark as fuck. Niggas is like put niggas on lockdown, keeping niggas in the house, making niggas do tests to go back to work. It's a dark motherfucking time, but it's still some niggas that's giving you the light. Still some niggas that's telling you some positive shit. That's telling you, hey, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like he meant by that. Is like, I could be in a dark place, but no, I'll be on some, like, I'll be in tune. Like, it's like this dark shit out that's around me, I can't be that. I can't let that consume me. I gotta be me, you know what I'm saying? All times I gotta be raw. I gotta be, you know what I'm saying? And at least that's what when he told me that, that's what I took from that. Like, that's what my light is, I feel like, is that I'm gonna be me at all times, and I'm gonna give y'all some shit, food for thought. Like, I can't just dumb down and be on what everybody else on. Oh, we gotta do follow the sheep. No, nigga. Never been that type of nigga. I always been a nigga that's like, I can think for myself, and I can think for others too. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the thing about being light, or what I realize about light, is that people don't respect the light in the beginning until you get to Elon and Steve Jobs, where it's like, you using this phone every day, so you gotta fuck with Steve. Or I'm driving a Tesla, so I gotta fuck with Elon. In the beginning, they don't fuck with the light. Like, actually, the light is like the opposite. Like, niggas are frowned upon you. Like, when you telling niggas some real shit, niggas like, man, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But let some shit pop off. That's when that light starts just shining like a motherfucker. And I feel like I've always been a dude that's like a renegade. Like, I always go left when everybody go right, because I know it always pans. I just know it always pans out for me. So at this point, I guess my confidence is like, it's on some other shit. It's on 10. And it's kind of like repetition, man. It's kind of like you shoot the ball enough and you see it going through the hoop. You just, every time you take that shot, man, whether it go in or not, you just believe in it. And like, that's faith, you know? So yeah, man, take what you want from this. I want to share it with y'all, man, because a lot of us, man, we just got to just have conviction, man. That was the more of this, what I started off with. And that's what, you know, the conversation was about yesterday. It's just, you know, and it's crazy. Dude lit. Dude, a videographer, lit. Like, I don't want to share his shit, but that nigga it's I don't know, man. It's kind of like purpose too, because he was saying he don't even want to be on that no more. Like, he don't want to be in that industry shit. But it was like, I don't know, it was a crazy convo, but I wanted to share that, man. It's love.